and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already part of the Sprinkle Squad. I am so happy to see you again, and I hope you are having a wonderful week so far. I say that, it's Monday, so hopefully nothing is gone wrong yet. Hopefully nothing goes wrong this week, and it just continues to be awesome. But anyways, before I get way too off track, we were working on a Sims 4 build today, and I decided that I actually wanted to do a spa. I don't think I've ever actually built a spa ever in my years of playing The Sims 4, but I was somewhat inspired. So I decided actually the other day that I was going to take like a nice bubble bath, and it was like so relaxing. And I'm like not a bath person. Like, to be clear, I take showers. So like I'm not gross, I just don't like baths very much, but I decided that I wanted to have like a relaxing like Epsom salt bath, which if you've never done one, I highly recommend. Basically you just get this thing called Epsom salt, like basically just from the grocery store, and put it in the bath, and it just like relaxes your muscles, and it's so lovely. But anyways, the point is that I decided, you know what, it would be so nice to make a spa in The Sims 4. So that is actually what we're working on today. I feel like sometimes this is just what happens. Something like happens in my life and I'm just like, oh, I need to put this in The Sims. And I didn't necessarily put like a bathtub in here, but that was just kind of what inspired it. And I decided to actually build out in Strangerville. So this is the Creek Corner Cove lot, which actually I really like this lot. I've built on it I think a couple of other times, but I feel like it's so specific, but it's so vibrant. Like, I love the background. It's just so scenic and beautiful. And you've already got this really nice kind of landscaping happening. And it looks like you kind of like drive up to it, and it's like this little lot. And it's just like, I don't know, I really like the way it looks. And I will say that I started with this like green swatch on the doors and windows, but I actually just randomly change it later. So later on, there's just going to randomly change. They're going to change into that like dark wood tone that comes in all of those. And I think it just looks a whole lot better. I just didn't utilize the green as much as I thought I would. And I will also say that I jumped around a lot when I was making this. Like, I do some of the outside, and then I go inside, and then I go back outside. Like, I'm kind of all over the place as I'm thinking about things. And honestly, some parts of it were easier for me to do than others. We have so much to do on this lot. So I have like the nail chair, the massage bench, what is it called? Massage table. And clearly I'm definitely someone who, goes to the spa like all of the time. I've actually had one oh my gosh. I've had one massage ever in my life, and that was for my birthday a couple years ago. That was kind of like what I wanted, but that's it. I've never really gone to a spa other than literally that one time, and it was quite lovely, and I feel like I should do it again if I get the chance. But anyways, I ended up putting in like a massage table, and then the nail chairs, and then I also put in like a really nice like locker changing room with like 3 different bathrooms in it. And then I also do a like juice bar like lounge balcony there. So later on I do change it to where like there's actually like a pergola thing on that balcony you see there, and I think it turned out really lovely and cozy, and I'm super excited about it, honestly. Like, hopefully it comes through when you see the screenshots. It is honestly some of my favorite screenshots I've taken in a while. Maybe it's because I'm in need of a spa day. Which is so funny because that is the name of the pack. And I will say this is not a limited pack build, although I did try to utilize like all of the items that I could, and just really tried to go in with the color schemes that kind of came with Spa Day, if that makes sense. And I do end up using, I think the like logo there that I use, I believe that's actually from high school years, because it's kind of got that art deco look, but like the little symbol that's kind of everywhere is from Spa Day, if you're wondering. So I figured, I might as well include that here because it is from the pack that's kind of inspiring this. And I do include like 2 saunas there in the back. That's actually what we're building right there. And it took me a minute to realize that those rooms were not the same size. Like, it took me longer than it probably should have. And I also put in a hot tub back here as well. And out in the back, I have like a meditation area as well as like a yoga class area as well. So hopefully Strangerville has good weather. I've never played the Strangerville storyline before. Let me know if you have and if you like it. Like, no spoilers for anybody who, reads the comments, but I don't know. I feel like that's something I need to do, is do a playthrough of Strangerville. Like, I've actually avoided watching people play it just in case I actually go through and play this storyline. I've heard it's pretty good. I just really like almost never use this world either, so it also might be an excuse for me to use this world. So anyways, I feel like that's like on my list of things to do in The Sims, especially since I came into the life of The Sims, at least The Sims 4 later, a little bit later in its lifespan. So I think, oh my goodness, I think I started playing around, maybe it was when Island Living came out or something like that. I'd been playing The Sims 3 and I played The Sims 1 and all that kind of good stuff, but it just took me a little while to get to The Sims 4. I think it went free for like a week or something back then, and I was like, ooh, and like jumped on it and got the base game. And then of course it ended up going free a few years later. And if you don't already know that, the Sims 4 base game is free if you would like to download it. So definitely do that if you're interested in playing The Sims. You don't have to like actually pay anything for the base game, and they have been doing some updates to it, so that's actually really nice. I think they had a roadmap. I'm assuming we're getting some more updates, and I also know that I saw, I think like on Instagram, The Sims 4 was posting that they are being really intentional about trying to fix a lot of the issues that we have. Like they've assembled a team to do it. So fingers crossed that actually gets a lot of stuff done. I know that there's been a lot of people struggling to run The Sims. It's been a bit laggy, and I haven't had too much of a lag issue except for when I'm playing like my own save file. Now granted, that save file like has a bunch of Sims in it and I've been playing it for a while, so it could just be that I've just got way too much stuff in that save file and my game just can't handle it, which is entirely possible. But hopefully they actually get some of the stuff fixed that we really need fixed, because I know a lot of people love this game and they want to be able to play it, and I know for some people it makes the game just unplayable. So fingers crossed that actually helps a little bit. And I started with having the massage tables down here on the first floor, but then I opted to actually put them upstairs and put both of those tables in the same room just because I didn't have a ton of room. I actually originally thought I would do a tiny spa. I don't know why, but the second I built it, I was like, no, I don't want to make it smaller, so it's not going to be like a tiny lot in terms of what the game like deems as a tiny home kind of thing. So a tiny home, I believe, is 64 tiles, and like a micro is 32, and then a small home is 100. So I definitely exceeded all of that, but it was just, and of course this isn't a home, so that doesn't really matter. I was just trying to use it as like a metric for how large it was, but I ended up abandoning that because I just wanted what I wanted when building this, and I think this looks a whole lot better. And I actually like, so you can see on the left there is like a checklist of things you need for a community lot and for a spa lot in particular. And one of those things is to actually have storage lockers, which I'm not joking. I had no idea where to find those. And that is a tip. If you don't know where to find these items that they want, you can actually just click on it. It says like storage locker, and it'll give you the list of items that satisfy that requirement. So that's what I did. I just kind of pulled them all out, and I've never used that item ever, but it's so lovely. The item I put there, it actually has like towels and stuff in the bottom, so it's kind of perfect. And then I ended up combining like that little table, and then as well as like some benches from Spa Day to put like on the other side of the lockers. And I kind of combined the tables with the Desert Luxe benches just because I thought it looked kind of cool. And then I wanted to keep this foyer area kind of simple because I figured this is like where you would like check in. I was about to say it's where you log in. Oh my gosh, like I need to get out more. This is where you check in. Even though this is actually considered a juice bar. So if you're actually on this lot, there'll be like a mixologist there. So if you want to delete that, you're more than welcome to. But I like the idea of it being somewhere to check in. And I even put like a book on the desk, kind of like, you know, you would write in your name or, you know, whatever. I guess that's what you do maybe when you go to a spa, but I thought it was just really nice for like storytelling purposes. And then I end up just kind of keeping it pretty empty. I mean, that's really all I put there in the foyer area. And then this is kind of where I said I put like the 3 bathrooms and like the locker room. And what I ended up doing was, you can see I put like a 4 tile wide, like I was starting with like 2 shower stalls almost, and then I just combined them into a 4 tile wide bathroom. So I was like, you know, honestly, it's a little bit small, especially for this lot, But I figured, it'd be nice to just have another bathroom, on a community lot. So I included that. So it does the it does the tiny home thing of having the shower right when you walk in the door, and it is totally functional and you shouldn't have any issues, anything like that. And then you have two more bathrooms here. The bigger one, I end up putting one of the giant corner tubs in because I figured it's a spa. We should have something really nice and luxurious. And you can see, honestly, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. I experimented a lot, and I was trying to do kind of stalls for the toilets, but then I just opted to do 3 more interesting just single bathrooms. I honestly don't know how busy spa lots get. I will say, when I went to take screenshots, I always go into live mode to do that, and there were a ton of Sims on the lot. I had to delete all of the Sims that were here so I could take screenshots. I felt a little bit bad. They were just coming, minding their own business at this community lot. But I was happy to see that there were a bunch of people here, and each the Sims they were actually populating for the nail area and the massage area and all that kind of good stuff. So hopefully you don't have any issues when you download this off the gallery. And on that note, it is already up on the Sims 4 gallery under my ID, Spice and Sprinkles, all one word, all lowercase, and down in the description if you want to see it written out. And be sure to let me know if you plan on using this. I love to hear it when you actually use my builds or you have ideas on how to use them. And if you feel like you need to change something around or change the colors or something like that because it just doesn't fit what your save file is going for, then feel free to do so. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. And then, like I said, I ended up doing the one bathroom with the giant tub, and then I did the other bathroom with this walk-in shower. I had originally thought about just doing one of the freestanding showers we have already in the game, but I just thought it'd be fun if I kind of made my own one, which really means just putting up a wall and then I put a few windows in it because I just thought it looked kind of neat and went with the aesthetic that we already had going here. And then I just kind of added in some more lighting, and I combined that swirly tile spa logo thing there on the ground with a rug, and it overlaid really nicely. So I thought it might be a really cool custom rug that they have. And I do use the actual rug here that came with for rent. I used it kind of all over this lot, and it feels repetitive, but I felt for a community lot it would make a whole lot of sense for the company to have the same rug kind of all over the place. I tried to avoid duplicating a lot of items in my home builds, just because I guess that's my personal preference on when I do decorating my own home. I tend to put different things kind of everywhere, and I feel that's kind of natural to do. So in a community lot, it's just a little bit different. So that was, a little bit different for me trying to do that, but I think it turned out so nicely. And honestly, I am obsessed with the screenshots. They look so good, so please be sure to stick around for those. I would really appreciate it. But we're here just kind of finishing up some decoration, and like I said, I really did skip around just because I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. So finally actually putting decor in here. And I will say that little book there I put on the bar, it took me so long to find that item. I don't know why. I have used that item so many times, but for some reason, I was just I just didn't see it every time I went through all of the items, which I don't know. I feel sometimes that happens. All of a sudden, I can't see items I want to. And when I was streaming a while back, I feel people that were watching my stream, they were like, Rachel, you passed that item 3 times. I'm where is it? I have no clue where it is. But it's just kind of funny. They're oh my gosh, go 3 rows up and it's the third one in. And I mean, when I'm streaming, I don't even know what I would do without my chat, seriously. I feel I need them when I'm actually just building, when I can't find things. And honestly, the extra set of eyes really helps. But we're here, and I did include I was gonna say a fishbowl. That's not true. A fruit bowl. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Again, it is midnight. I really need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing my voiceover so late, but I feel my brain is just a little bit scrambled, so I'm a little bit all over the place, so apologies for that. But I did include a fruit bowl in this build. I actually end up putting a small bar on the balcony, and I was thinking that maybe it was a juice bar, part of the spa, which, I mean, in The Sims, it's technically called juice, but I was literally thinking like smoothies and stuff like that. And so I put like a bunch of fruit out there next to the bar. I just thought that was really cute and adorable. And so that means there's actually 2 bars on this lot. So, and I don't even know if you can have 2 mixologists at a time. To be honest, like, I feel like I've tried it and then the game didn't like it. So anyways, of course, like I said, feel free to change stuff around if you want to. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. And I got to use these mirrors, like that long mirror I just put in there. I have like, I don't know if I've really ever used it, and I don't know why, because it's such a lovely mirror. So I feel like it's so nice when I do these builds that are a little more like specific lots and specific packs, because it really reminds me about like what's actually in the game, since we're at that point where we just have so many items that it's just like, I mean, and to be clear, I'm like not complaining that we have a lot of options. It's just, it makes it to where I forget that we have certain things in the game. But here I'm actually creating what is going to be the pergola, and I put these lovely curtains around. And what I will say though is, for some reason there is going to be, I think I end up adding another curtain in there maybe, but there are 2 curtains on the back that for some reason would not place very well. So I actually had to like raise them up, and because of that, they don't go away when you drop the walls. So I just thought I would warn you. I tried my very, very best. I like paused my recording and tried to put them up. I just don't know why they like attach so nicely and smoothly on the other 2 sides of the pergola, but on the back, like the curtains were just like, no, I don't want to cooperate, which I feel like happens sometimes. So just as a warning, so if it really bothers you when you're actually doing gameplay, you know, feel free to get rid of them. Or if you can try to put them back and your game lets you do it, please feel free to do that as well. But I just feel like sometimes the game just decides, no, you're not going to do that. So you know what? It's fine. So I raised them up so they're there, but if they do bother you, you can just get rid of them. And then out here, I really was so back and forth. I thought about putting a gym in here, and you can, of course, you know, an idea would be if you want a gym on this lot, you know, some workout equipment, you could actually change one of the saunas into a gym and just have some workout equipment there. So if you want that for your gameplay, that would be an easy way to incorporate it. But I really just wanted this to be like a really relaxing place for your Sims to go and hang out. And honestly, I'm a little bit jealous of The Sims, because I mean, this looks like a really cool place to go. I'm not going to lie. Again, I've been to literally the one spa in my whole entire life. Like, so I actually don't know if this is really nice or not, but it just feels like it is. And I end up including the big fruit bowl that came with Parenthood, as well as the tropical fruit bowl, which I thought just looked really cute. Like, you can make all kinds of smoothies here. And I will say, you can see that I'm adding, like, I added like a billion cups, because I wanted to, the goal was to put some cups on the bottom shelf of that little table, but for some reason like what I ended up was, I was trying to do is, if you put the items on the top, it means that like it won't, like the items won't clip anymore, so you can kind of raise them up and like place them accordingly where you want. But for some reason, there is an infinite amount of spots on that table for those cups, and I was just like so confused. So anyways, I don't end up putting anything on the bottom of that table, but I was literally sitting there adding and adding and adding and adding like these coffee cups, which like, I mean, it was, I really was not expecting that. So it was kind of funny. So we don't end up having any cups on that bottom shelf like I wanted to, but I don't know why the game decided that that's what it was going to do. And I will say, I really messed around a lot with the flow of the like back part of the spa, because I really wanted to have these nice kind of private areas for the meditation and the yoga and the sauna and the hot tub. So like if you were there like doing one of the activities, it didn't feel like all the stuff was going on. So I kind of, you know, like I tried really hard to make those like nice spaces for your Sims, and I did use like the divider and then kind of combine it with some windows to make some really cool looking like walls, and then just adding some ivy there. I think it turned out really nicely, and I ended up putting like a fireplace out here in the meditation area, and honestly it looks just so lovely, and I feel like kind of goes with the vibe out there. I really love honestly using fireplaces in builds, just because it adds such a nice ambiance. Like the light that it casts is just so nice. I can really tell a difference when I'm taking my screenshots if I have the fireplace lit and if I don't. And I will say, I was trying to add, you could see me trying to like draw a custom fountain there, and it kept saying that it needed to be a tile wide, and it was, and it just didn't like it. I will also say that for some reason back here, it didn't want me to actually draw any fences. Like, I kept trying and it would turn yellow, it just wouldn't do it. And the game even acted like it was placed, if you know what I mean, and but it wasn't. So hopefully you don't download this and it has a bunch of random fences in it or something really weird and bizarre, but it just wouldn't come up. So again, that's kind of why I ended up doing some of the other partitions I used and using some more rocks just to like make it a little more like cozy and everything. And then I just kind of put some random chairs in places for your Sims to kind of hang out. Like maybe if you're like waiting for the spa and it's super busy, you can hang out in the chair out there while, you know, the person in the spa is like finishing whatever they're doing. And I guess in the sauna. And I end up putting some like partitions as well around the yoga area. I'm actually really happy with the way the yoga area came out, and I think bumping it out one tile really helped a lot. I don't know why, but I was really struggling with it. It was just causing me so many issues because I didn't want it to feel like crowded. And like I said, I really wanted it to feel like kind of, you know, like a cozy space. Like if you were going to the yoga class, you didn't feel like you were just like out in the middle like of this yard, like while everybody was walking around doing what they needed to, you know what I mean? I kind of wanted it to be almost like a little classroom, but I like the idea of it being outside, which is also why I said I hope there's, you know, really good weather here in Strangerville so that your Sims like don't get stuck in the rain or anything like that. So we put some more partitions up, and of course I ended up putting some more columns on it. And I will say that I forgot when I was filming to put the windows above the partitions that I add, but don't worry, I add them. They're in the screenshots and they're on the gallery in this lot. They just didn't make it in the actual speed build because I totally forgot. And then I went to go take screenshots and I was like, something doesn't look right. Like, why does like the partition just look so sad? Just because it didn't look like all the other ones I had already placed. So anyways, I do fix that, and so there's not any kind of issues. And then just like creating a little space where there's like a little table with some like the little drink tray and everything by the yoga, because I figured maybe they have like glasses of water and stuff like that, like when you go and have your yoga class. And I end up just kind of making the two sauna areas identical because I figured they would probably be the same. Again, I usually don't do too many like repetitive things, but it just felt like really appropriate here. And you can see that I do add hampers. Oh, and I didn't even think about that. I should have put the fake ones in. Oh no, it's gonna actually try to use those. Okay, so if you I just realized that like when I was building, I was like, oh, that would be so cute. Put little hampers in there, like where you put like your used towels and stuff like that. But I think the game is going to think that you have like a washer and dryer on the lot, and it's going to actually collect stuff. I don't know why all of a sudden when I was building, I was like, oh, if I don't have a washer and dryer, it's fine. But I think it actually might create piles of laundry. So if that is the case, there is a base game item that is literally, it's like a fake hamper. You can easily just swap that out for the fake hamper, so that doesn't have an issue. And since it's already on the gallery, I can't fix it. So I apologize for that, but hopefully it doesn't cause too many issues. I don't know why I was thinking that it was like, oh, it'll be totally fine. I think because I just thought it was such a cute idea and put it in there, but you know, it happens. And I also end up put a trash can with the little like mini fridge in the locker room area. I didn't put that, I think, on the footage either, but I figured it'd be nice to have a trash can somewhere on this lot. And I think, you know, I think that would be good for it. And actually, oh, and I didn't put like a big trash can, which you probably should have. See, this is what happens when I do community lots. I don't ever do them, so I don't think about that. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's totally fine. I'm not doing a house. I don't need a trash can. Like, yes, you do. Like, like in real life, places do have trash cans anyways. It's totally fine. You can easily add one if you would like one, or you can add in that fancy one that just kind of eats your trash and gives you money, which is really cool. And honestly, that would be really awesome in real life. Like, I wish I had a trash can like that. That would honestly make me very happy. Like, we definitely need that kind of technology. And it just gives you money back. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you have a really sweet day. Bye, everybody.